Alright, so we're going to resume. Last time we played, we were clearing out this DLC tower, and we got to the last encounter, and the NPC that kept getting stuck in his pathing and wouldn't trigger the encounter. So we had to use a console command of all things to force us to the end of it. So we didn't get to see the last encounter, so that sucks. But now we have this place to go to, Soldier's Peak. We can store stuff in here. I guess is a good thing. See, I think this takes the place of our camp.
Warden.
But we'll figure it out.
As you can see, we've been busy. Cleaned the place up a bit. Even my brother Mikhail came out of hiding. Never will you find a finer smith. Also got some goods stored here that might interest you. Buy them now before my cousins move it all someplace else.
Oh, so I guess Avernus is alive. Okay.
I've not a peep from him. Seems to like keeping to himself, but I keep telling the children to stay away from the tower.
Alright, did you tell your family about Sophia?
I thought about it, but I figured that it's not a bad thing to believe that you come from a line of lions, even if the truth is a touch more complicated. Our family's belief that we were wronged, it gave us strength to make something of ourselves.
And what do you think of Sophia?
King Arlen sounded like a right nasty piece of work. Sophia was branded a traitor. She consorted with blood mages, but in spite of it all, I think she was a hero.
The keep looks different.
We've a big family. When you were away, we all pitched in. Hard to believe there were undead, demons, and worse around here, right?
Like your wares?
Certainly.
Sure. Let's see what we've got for sale. Right here. Oop, no, we want this. Spirit healer time. Anything else I really want there? Selling skunk. The rural juror ate Marlboro pie. The rural juror. The rural juror. Alright. It's oh, I thought Marlboro pie had like Marlboros stashed in it. Alright, spent 12 gold and we still have about 12. Let's take a quick look. Any of these recipes. You need some concentrator agent. What? Did I buy all of it? Oh, there's only one to buy. Having distillation. That stinks. Alright. Down here.
You're the warden? My family owes you. Any weapons I make, I will sell you for a discount.
You're Levi's brother? Not much of a resemblance.
I have a family full of traders living a soft life, getting fat.
Hmm.
I chose to learn the way of metal and stone. It keeps me strong.
Okay. Yes, so we can give him the meteorite. We're gonna get to
Indeed,
that though.
I have spent my life studying steel, dragonbone, and more. I learned all I could in human lands, and exiled dwarves taught me more. Give me the finest metals and materials, and I can make wonders for you.
I found this metal in a crater where Martha and her husband were picking up a little boy.
This is star metal. If you give this to me, I will craft for you a thing of legend.
Ah, I can't choose a staff. How much?
Nothing. My family owes you much.
All right. So do we get the long? I think we get the long sword for Alistair. That was a weird noise that the game made. All right, let's make it a long sword for Alistair.
And so it shall be.
Ooh, pretty. I was thinking about switching Alistair back into the group over Shale for a little bit.
I call this blade Starfang. May it serve you well. I must rest after my exertions. Warden?
Starfang. Doge. Hi, Doge. Do a quick save here. Can't go in there anymore. I love the butterflies following Sten around. That's beautiful. Who this? Not someone we can talk to.
Our family owes you a great deal.
Okay. Not yet. Not yet. First.
And so I shall.
Do I really want to bother putting stuff in here? Yeah, forget it. I thought this would take the place of our camp, but I guess it doesn't. Need to go to camp.
I heard about what happened at Redcliffe. I want to talk to you about it.
What's on your mind?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owe the Isle that much.
If we can stop the blight, we'll save much more.
You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save. Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh, wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
Sunday.
If there's anything I can do for you,
actually,
please tell me.
Nope, nope. I need to equip stuff, and then I need to sell things to you. So Sten's good. Scale's good. Good. Oops, I probably could have. Alright. Starfang versus Duncan's sword. Looks like it's way better. Definitely better for damage. But like literally versus Darkspawn, it's not better. Oh, his strength still isn't high enough. Strength at literally one level off. Not right level, is he? Oh. Both. Dex, sorry. Field. Courage grants bonus damage, physical resistance. Hands. For people around them. But who else needs to level up? Do I? Oh. Cool. Okay. Characters adept at destruction as at death and gains a large bonus against golems and other constructs, which leads to reducing armor. You're taking him into Orzammar. Winnie. Da, 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 da. Peanut. Up to Peanut and Morgan. Level for that. Sleep seems fun. Alright. Everybody, no wait. Everybody's up. Inventory. So can't use Starfang because it's strength. Eric's blade. So what I could do. Starfang. But also strength. Can't long sword. That also. Actually, all of his defensive stats are better with Starfang. It's got 3 upgrade slots. Only pepper.
Enchantment?
Enchantment. Yeah. Boom.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps?
Let's see what you got. Alright, I need to get, say, like, Jen doesn't have a necklace, so we need to get him a decent one. Decent one for sale. I mean, willpower is nice. A belt. Fine anyway. Still can't afford these tomes. Make our potions. Boo. All our major pots. All our major lyrium potions. We're gonna buy lyrium for sure, cause it's so low on it. Difference. Who cares? That's expensive. Alright. Make sure we don't have anything else to sell so we can move on. We're good. Oh, yeah. Bolts. No special bolts. Okay. Save it. Let's go. Okay. My nose is itching, but it's fine. We're leaving. We're off to find something. Really sure what actually. House,
Yes.
yes. Then
Yes.
Deborah.
Yes.
The guy's party. So I was thinking, go in search of the urn. I don't know where to go for that. Go to dinner, right? I'll go to dinner in a minute. Now, you know what? Let's go to dinner. We have at least 2 quests there. It just happened to be. Let's do a quick check. I'm aggressive scrapper. Good to me. The dead bodies. Who's this? Oh. All you guys, help me kill this guy. Who's up next? This one. Dang. Everybody, on that one. No mercy. Okay. This guy's got a lot of hit points. Is this good? Who the fuck was that? And why did he attack us? Quest updated. Tanner's board. I think killing people on trade routes is one of the creatures you summon in the Circle of Magi's Tower? It was? What? We? I'm confused. I don't understand what it's saying. Oh.
And so I shall.
And so I shall. Is that it? Back to our quest to reach Dinarum. 0% tactics, Alistair. Not sure what you're saying, Moochinik. And I missed it. Oh, sorry, no English. There's something wrong on one of Alistair's tactics? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Also, welcome to the stream. How are you? Okay. Got a lot to do here.
Sten is not a name, is it?
Do you always begin conversations this way?
It's your rank, is it not? I have met a few Kunari in Antiva, you know. Not much for conversation, but some of them are quite easy on the eyes.
Those are not Kunari.
No? They are what then? Very large dwarves with comical accents?
They wear the faces of Kunari, but they are Tal Vashoth, fiends of Seheron.
Boy.
They have abandoned the Qun.
With titles like your own, though. Which makes me curious, what is your name then?
Sten is enough.
But...
Oh, you're right. I see. I got it on greater than. I want it on less than. Oh, man.
it is not your name.
It is who I am.
Health pots that he used there. Frick. Thank you.
Good day.
So seriously. I don't think I used too many health pots there. And wasn't that long of a fight, thankfully. Couple of these. Save some in case we have an emergency need of something else.
Men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings. Those who bring ham without provocation to the least of his children are breaded and accursed by the Maker.
Those who bring ham? And the Maker does not bread sinners.
Oh, would you stop correcting me? I know the chant like the back of my hand. The one who repents, who has faith unshaken by the darkness of the world, and roasts not, nor gloats over the misfortunes of the weak, but takes delight in the Maker's law and creations.
Boasts. It's boasts, sister, not roasts.
She shall know the peas of the Maker's benediction. The light shall lead her safely
Not
through
the
the
peas.
paths of this world and into the next.
Peace, sister, peace. She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
The veal holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death, for the Maker shall be her bacon and her shield,
Her
her
bacon?
foundation and her...
There's no veal in the chant.
Bacon.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
I liked it.
Me too. I wonder why nobody ever taught me her version of the chant when I was a Templar.
Oh, hello, dear. Can we help you?
What she means is, in Andraste's name, be welcome.
Stop correcting me! What would Andraste do? That's what you should be concerned with, I say.
WAD.
Andraste was no fuss budget.
No fuss budget. What are you doing?
Praying for the good people of Denerim who've lost loved ones at Ostagar. It's usual to recite a stanza from Transfigurations when you pray for the departed.
It's usual to recite the stanza correctly.
But that's what I said.
Sure. Tell us about the
Tell you
chant.
About the chant? What? As if it's a cake you might buy?
Yeah.
Well, it's done enough, but a little too much nutmeg for my taste.
Sister, instructing the ignorant is a sacred duty of the chantry.
Just
Fine,
called us
then.
ignorant.
What do you want to know?
You're ignorant. What does the chant say about Darkspawn? That's a good question.
Oh,
Let's
there
start
are
with the hard
some
ones.
very stirring canticles about doom and wrath.
Darkspawn were created by mankind's second sin, pride. Arrogance became a great caged beast in the lands of Tevinter, an emptiness that consumed all and could never be filled. To satisfy its hunger, the mage lords assaulted the Golden City, heart of all creation, to take the Maker's power for themselves.
Why does no one ever sing the good stanzas during chantry services anymore? They speak them. It's called the chant of light, not the speech of light.
Sister, would you kindly stop messing up the chant?
See how you like being interrupted.
Well, you get the general idea, I'm sure.
What elves?
Yes and no, dear.
The official version of the chant does not speak of the elves. Some of the dissonant verses, however, do mention the disciple Shertan.
He's made
The
dissonant?
chant has changed over time. Some of the verses that were sung in the past were taken out. The canticles of Shertan were stricken from the chant in the Glory Age. They are no longer sung, though scholars still sometimes read them.
Who is Shertan?
He was an elven disciple of the Prophet. A former slave like Andraste herself, he rallied his people against the Emporium. He was given to the flames alongside Our Lady.
And why is that not part of the chant?
Divine Renata had the verses removed during the Exalted March on the Dales.
Oh, we're going to find out about the Exalted Marches. So there's all these different versions.
The official chant of light is written in Tevinter, but it is translated into the languages of the believers. Some ideas are lost in the process of translation, and words take on unintended meanings. There's a dreadful pun in the Orlesian version in the Canticle of Threnodies, and languages are always changing. The chant must adapt if it is to be understood by the people hearing it.
Cool. Nice story time, ladies.
And
Reward
after
me.
much sweat, blood and toil.
Oh, no, you don't. Interesting. 3 gold, nice. Alright, back alley justice. Eliminate the criminals preying on innocent folk in Dinneron's back alleys. These dark times must work together against a common threat. Sergeant Kylon, has brought disturbing news that should anger all righteous people. In our own alleyways, footpads, muggers, and miscreants lie in wait to profit in the chaos of our times. They infect us like a plague. Reward. Sergeant Kylon has also offered a heavy purse for any brave souls that can best these brigands and make Dinneron a safe place once again. Accept. Missing in action. Recently, our hearts were lifted when many survivors of the Battle of Asgard returned. Maker bless these men and women and have mercy on those who fell defending from the blight. Sadly, one of these heroes has gone missing. Rexel served in Terran Logan's vanguard with distinction. Upon his return, his wife said he was prone to quiet reflection and frequented the local tavern. One afternoon, he left his home and never returned. Chanter was moved by the family's grief and is offering a pouch of coins if you can find him. In verse. Fazl's request. Master Fazl of the esteemed guild of free sailors has informed this chanter that while about guild business, he was waylaid by bandits via guile and other chicanery. He lost many valuables, but in particular an antique sextant was removed forcibly from his person. This sextant is of considerable symbolic value and it belonged to the first guildmaster of the free sailors. Described the assailants as masked of foreign descent, perhaps Tevinter or free marches, and unusually coordinated and crafty. Place a hefty sum of coin. Accept. Logain's push. Brothers and sisters, word has arrived of an imminent conflict. Terran Logain's honored forces continue to root out threats to our nation, and their actions deserve support from the common people. While it's unusual to post troop movements to the public board, I believe it is necessary for brethren near the affected area to respect the honored Terran by aiding his troops. Provide whatever comfort you feel about doesn't say where they're actually at. Other Nigel.
And never to rule over. Foul and corrupt
Alright.
are they who have taken action against.
Hello.
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the
Why are they all
days can
green-eyed?
be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board?
How did you know?
Well-armed individuals that visit the rectory tend to be here for that. Chanter Rosamond is tireless and resolute in her duties. I'm sure you can find something of interest on her board.
Alright. And who are you?
I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry.
Okay.
Pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste.
Humans be human. What's a curator
The
do?
archivist tends the books, and I
As if we
tend the
don't know.
sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds.
People are selling holy relics on the streets?
I've heard them too. A hawker on the street will claim to have an actual finger bone of Andraste. In this city alone, you could make the skeleton of 10 prophets from fingers alone. Curators often accept them as genuine. I worry about the authenticity of even our most holy artifacts.
How difficult is it to
When
verify?
I was a curator of a much smaller chantry in Orlais, I thought that false relics slipped through because of laziness. But the life of the cloth is never an easy one, and that explanation always seemed hollow to me. Now I believe it's the seduction of the divine. We all want a personal connection to the Maker. We want to believe that what we hold in our hands is the actual sandal that slipped from Andraste's foot before the fires consumed her. Faith is of the heart, not of the head. When the heart is ungoverned by reason, charlatans have powerful tools to deceive.
Balancing faith and reason seems difficult.
And often close to heretical. But I believe that the truth only increases the awe of the Maker and his prophet, not demean it. Even false symbols have the power to inspire, but it seems every year we fall more out of touch with the real Andraste.
You think the Urn of Sacred Ashes is real?
Certainly. My research indicates that all of the ashes were gathered into a pot or urn, but it's been lost for centuries. That doesn't stop hawkers from selling pinches of the Ashes of Andraste to gullible pilgrims. The
Gullible
real ashes
pilgrims.
may still be hidden somewhere, though it's possible the urn
Okay,
broke.
band name. How many relics have you found?
Well, there's one that might be real. I couldn't prove it wasn't. Perhaps you can understand my skepticism. So many claims, so few truths. You've shown admirable patience listening to my diatribe before. I will not bore you again. Suffice it to say, I look for and authenticate holy
Same thing
relics
she
for the
said. All right,
chantry.
we gotta go.
Of course, in
Bye.
They shall be named Malefica, a curse.
In the name of Andraste, Bride of the Maker, be welcome in this house. While the cathedral is closed, if you need to make wedding or funeral arrangements, you'll have to talk to Sister Olma.
Did someone die? I remember a funeral.
How old is this guy?
Kaelin died, remember? Along with most of the army at Ostagar? Maker guide them all.
Why is the cathedral
That
closed?
which you fear, living in the shadow of death alone.
Talk slower.
I have seen it is only a cloud passing before the sun.
The death toll at Ostagar was staggering. We've had a funeral every day for a lost son or daughter of Denerim, and we've many more yet to hold.
What's wrong with him?
Are they singing the chant now? It's a funeral, isn't it?
He should have retired to Val Royeaux years ago, but he wanted to stay and serve the remainder of his days in his homeland. It's the lyrium that does this.
Miriam? Why does he
wouldn't
take
be a
it?
Templar anymore.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked and do not falter.
He doesn't forget who he is, even if he can't remember anything else.
Sorry. I'll
May
be
the
back.
light of the Maker guide your steps.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt are they who have taken...
Hello.
The client is very pleased.
Couple gold there.
of course.
Alright. Word of warning. While they tend to be careful and judicious in their use of force, the Templars do indeed make mistakes. I understand that several relatives of our friends among the collective will soon become targets of the Chantry. While I trust that this will not lead to lasting harm for those innocents, I wish to ensure that those targeted are fairly warned and evacuated before the Chantry can send its message. Ask that a noble soul take this bundle of vials attached to this missive and find the 4 homes Chantry is likely to target Denerim. Mark the front door for each with the goat's blood from the vials, as relatives will understand the message. Gift of Silence. This collective is only successful at the pleasure of the Templars. This continued devotion to our safety requires... Their continued devotion requires certain concessions on our part. In the interest of renewing our relationship with these fine and generous agents of the Maker, we ask that a willing man or woman of character grace our good friends with the gift of lyrium, procure 10 lyrium potions, offer them to Knight Commander Harith and Redcliffe. The collective is saddened at the absence of the great mage Renauld. Our friend has not been seen in quite some time, and our gatherings are the lesser for the loss of his tales of ribald exploits, and the aroma was delicious twice-baked meat pies. Last scene from in the direction of the forest. Oh, how he did so love the outdoors. Reward if we find him. The scrolls of Bannister. Wait, don't I have these? One must suspect even. I do must have heard tale of a cabal of Maleficarum performing rituals in the dark near my sanctum, and I want them brought justice for their dark deeds. Um, I hesitate, however, to accuse them of foul sorcery without understanding of the trappings, rituals, and appearance dark magic requires. Writings of the hated Maleficarum Bannister to be suitable should a courier be able to procure be if it didn't say where yet. Hopefully we can find it.
And so I shall.
And so I shall.
My client appreciates your generosity.
What? What just happened? I need to talk to this guy.
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden?
How do you know who I am?
Your likeness was passed around to the senior guardsman at the palace. I must say, the sketch didn't do you much justice. Don't worry, even if I believed the official story of what happened at Ostagar, I'm no fool. If I asked my men to apprehend you, they'd all run and cry big sobby tears in their courtesans' bosoms and leave me all alone to be skewered. Don't disturb the peace in the market, and that's well enough for me.
Do you need any help?
What? You're serious? I mean, yes, I could use help. I've got a pretty popular, establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, maker forbid, hurt, and I'll have to explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous.
So what do you need me to do?
The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message. I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just leave them breathing and I'll be happy.
Sign me up.
Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
We'll shop later. We gotta do quests.
Came in yesterday with crazy stories about Redcliffe. You hear about that?
Something about the dead rising and killing everyone.
Don't bleed lies. Friends of the Grey Warden assemble. The hidden pearl holds the key to resistance. The griffins will rise again. Chibi's home. Let's go there.
As you desire.
That noise. Who's this? My brother TV was dead or gone or something.
Yes. What are you doing here?
I'm looking for Brother Genitivi.
Brother Genitivi? Why?
I'd like to him about his research.
Ah, you mean his search for Andraste's ashes?
But,
He was on the trail of the Urn of Sacred Ashes, yes. Whether he found it, the Maker only knows. I haven't seen Brother Genitivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. I'm afraid something has happened. Genitivi's research into the urn may have led him into danger.
why would it lead him to danger?
Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genetivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genetivi, and they too have disappeared.
Where did
Now,
you send
don't ask
them?
me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now.
I need them, or Arl Amon will die.
So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Calenhard, investigating
We're
something
already
in
there.
that area.
What was he
I don't know.
investigating?
All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn.
So you just said he spoke to you?
Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts.
Hiding
I know
something?
it sounds suspicious, but I swear I'm not lying. It's been a very difficult time for me, and sometimes I don't know what to think or feel. I want Genetivi to be rescued, but I don't want more people to be hurt. You understand, don't you?
Then I shall find him.
Good luck. May you find the answers you seek.
Don't trust him.
Of course.
Dragon cults. Heard about those. Dragons, or cults. People who worship dragons.
Lovely.
What are you doing? You're not supposed to go in there.
And why not?
I'm sorry, but that room is not for guests. It's full of books and papers, and I'd rather they were not disturbed.
Where his body is. That's
I said no. Genetivi was a very private person.
Afraid I have to insist.
No, don't touch that door!
He did. Oh shit, fireball. No fireball. Dumb bastard. Delirium potion and some money.
Lovely.
Body of the real Waylon? Wait, so who was that? I don't understand.
And so I shall.
Research suggests the village of Haven in the mountains to the west might have some clues. Brother Genetivi must have gone to Haven to search. I feel like we're still missing something about why there's a fake Waylon here.
Ah, I have heard of these wonders of Theras, even in Antiva.
We could go in there, but I'm gonna skip it for now. He says we should go there. Check this mysterious door first. Open door cracks in response to your knock. There's light breeze, like a changing pressure. Red Jenny. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, have fun at Hardee's. I said take it off. House. I haven't gotten in any of these shops yet. I'm gonna build up money before we go on a shopping spree.
I recognize.
Who are you?
From Ostagar. Andraste's blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend. And good King Kalen. I demand satisfaction, sir.
Drive-through was all the way back to the highway. Logan's charges are false.
So you would compound slander on top of treason? You dare smear Terran Logain's word?
Use your wits. The wardens would never help the Darkspawn.
The savior of Ferelden, Terran Logain, personally told me of the Warden's betrayal. Your betrayal. An uncommon traitor deserves no common death. We will meet on the field of honor, and my blade shall see justice done. Meet me in the back alley behind the Nod Noble Tavern. There we will duel.
I won't fight a misled fool.
But honor demands you accept.
Your honor, not mine.
You turn your back on me? This is not over, Warden.
Those are too small. Send them back to the priests for more training.
What? Random sentence?
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. Won't find better.
Of course.
Mark that one. Four or five of these we have to mark. Oh, there's different parts of the city, aren't there? Let's see. Yeah, so there's the market. Maybe we should buy. See, there's the alienage.
All men are the work of our Maker's hand, from the lowest slaves to the highest king.
Where are we going first? Check out Wade's Emporium.
Welcome, friends. Welcome to Wade's Emporium. We have the finest armors in Denerim, maybe in all of Ferelden. How may we assist you?
Let's see what we have to sell.
Certainly.
This helmet for Zevran. Wow, that's really about all they have, isn't it? And we have the cell over here. Oh.
Torin, the bloody customers are bothering me again. What do I pay you for, anyhow?
Sorry. Wade is a genius, truly. But he doesn't...
And tell her I don't want her looking over my shoulders making doe eyes at me either. I'm thinking, blast it all.
Truly sorry, sire.
Okay.
Were you really in that cage for 20 days?
It might have been closer to 30. I stopped counting after a while.
What did you do? I mean, 20 days is a long time to sit in one place and do nothing.
On good days, I posed riddles to the passers-by, offering them treasures in exchange for correct answers.
Really?
No.
Dinnerum. We are in the city of Dinnerum, looking for information about the Urn of Sacred Ashes, which we already have basically, so we could just leave. But then we got more quests to do while we're here. I think I will just leave, but we'll hit the other districts later. Talk to some people in this district first.
We sell only the strongest dwarven. In times like this, surely your group could use some extra protection on the road.
Are you getting information?
I'll answer what I can, but my policy is not to sell things that don't belong to me. It's the capital of Ferelden, so naturally the Queen and Regent are at the top. But the man who seems to be running the city guard is the new Arl Rendon Howe. Came in from somewhere up north.
Rendon Howe. What's happening in the city?
The Landsmeet's the big news. Every dusty noble estate in Dinnerum is airing its sheets, waiting for the Lord to ride into town.
Back at our camp. Right, let's see what this guy's got for sale.
Comes with a stamp of assurance from my...
Oh wait, hold on. Have fun at Kroger. Sucks that those are so expensive.
Dwarven crafts.
Set bonus.
Fine
Nice.
dwarven crafts, direct from Orzammar. You won't find better.
All the buildings on the main strip. What about the merchants here?
Another visitor in my store. Enjoy browsing my wares.
Who are you?
Master Trader Ignacio, at your service, good sir. My cousin and I have trade connections all along the seaways. We have furniture, silks, carvings, and much more. Caesar handles the trade stock. I handle other affairs.
What affairs are those?
Business deals, meetings. Caesar makes it so I am free of the day-to-day concerns of our store.
Do you need help?
No. Not yet. Perhaps one day. No, I am not. I
It's
am
not
a
forever,
trader
right?
at heart. My home is the road. But I was born past the waking sea in Antiva. It has been many, many years since I have seen her. But the road is a better mistress than my home city ever was.
What do you mean?
On the docks of Rialto, life is cheap. As cheap as the dockside ale and the soiled whores. You can live a longer life out here. And a wise man can make a comfortable fortune in time.
With the blight, Ferelden's not exactly safe.
Straightforward, predictable danger is refreshing to me. Any moment in Rialto, the streets can run red, and often do. I'd take Darkspawn any day. At least you can see them coming.
Alright.
Luck be to you, Warden.
We're actually past time for our break here. Let's talk to Caesar.
If you have coin, welcome to our shop. If not, move along. Too many refugees blocking customers.
I'm not a refugee.
I didn't think so, sir. Too much flesh on the bones. You walk tall, proud. Not hunched. Sad times in Ferelden.
Tell me what you know about
Better
dinner.
trade cities to the north, but plenty good trade here. Now with war and blight, business is bad.
What's for sale?
Yes.
Use poison to apply to you. No bolts, only arrows. Okay, nothing. Who's up?
Be careful with that package, you lazy slut. It's worth more than you'll make in 10 years.
Myself.
Good day. The market is busy, is it not? Come, rest here. I have the finest selection of flowers and Orlesian-scented oils in all of Denerim. For you, perhaps? The oils are very relaxing in baths, no?
Where are you from?
I am from Orlais. You've heard of us, no? This Denerim is a fine city, but I miss my Varroyo. She's quite beautiful this time of year.
Tell me about
What I
Valbrio.
miss most are the clothes. The avenue of flowers this time of year has so many colors. And the skirts. Fine wools, cloths. Many only the noble-born can afford. Ferelden is more muted. Its fashion's quite old. But I like the people of this city very much.
What did you leave?
Orlais
Why?
has many, many good things. But it is sometimes not so good to be common. My brother had trouble with a chevalier and we departed shortly after.
What's a chevalier?
You know so little of Orlais here. The chevaliers are knights of the highest order. They are the most skilled in the world. Their discipline, formidable. For their service, they're allowed privileges. They can do whatever they want to the lesser born.
Why would people allow
Because
that?
there is little choice. There are so many wonderful things about Orlais, but Ferelden has something precious. Here, a man or a woman is born free and lives free. I do not understand it, but the nobles here are not so high, and none of us are quite so low. As much as I miss my Varroyo, I love where I am.
What sort of trouble did you get in?
Chevalier took an interest in me. It was his right, but it was unwelcome. Incensed, my brother hit him over the head with a pot. Such a thing is almost treason. We left that very night and came here.
Um, 103, 103. These beasts
That
are
and
allowed to do
more.
what?
Some revere them for their skill and their high service, but others tread lightly. As lightly as the mouse in the cat's den. If you will excuse me, I feel a touch lightheaded.
We didn't get to buy any flowers or oil. Said?
What is it?
This name sounds familiar. I have a note here from
What
your
does it
master.
say? Ah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew this would happen. Just when I was starting to get good. Well, thanks, I guess.
Found one of the apprentices we had to give a note to. Follow. Did we talk to this guy? Remember.
Turn your attention elsewhere. My business does not concern you.
Of course.
Thank you and farewell.
Okay. Weird. Alright, I think.
Dwarven crafts. Fine
That's everything.
dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
Now we need to go into some of these buildings, but we'll take care of that after we take a break, walk around, stretch, get something to drink, hydrate, all that good stuff. Get you all some music queued up, listen to, and blah 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 blah. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you're having fun. Hope you have a good time. We'll be back in just a few minutes. After some stretching and walking around and taking a nice little leisurely break. See you then.